So you got lessons?
We got one place, but I felt so uncomfortable because first off, I was the only guy there. But second off, I was the only white guy there. I was the only white guy. All these girls, they were like 5 years old, and I was like 11 at the time. And I was just like, I wanted to be the next Savion Glover, I guess. And then towards the middle of...
You know he's black, right?
I know he's black. That's another thing.
You're missing a little something, Izaki.
After hearing that, you're like, you know what? Nothing I can say will beat that.
Nassau Morning Madhouse. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9. On the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
Hello, it's 71 degrees with clear skies outside of our studios in Garden City on this lovely Thursday, November the 2nd. Welcome to the WHPC News Wrap-Up. My name is Mike Battaglia, along with Zac Turkel, Mindy Feivelson, and Felicia Lewis on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. And now, our top story. House Republicans released their highly anticipated plan to reform the U.S. tax code, which aims to cut the corporate rate and reduce the number of tax brackets. The Tax Cut and Jobs Act is the first tax code overhaul since 1986. Speaker Paul Ryan, appearing with families and GOP House members, said at a news conference, quote, "This plan is for the middle-class families in the country who deserve a break. Families who are living paycheck to paycheck." The GOP plan aims to cut the corporate tax rate from 35 to 20%, double the standard deduction, increase the child tax credit to $1,600, eliminate the estate tax and the alternative minimum tax, and caps the tax rate for small and family-owned businesses at 25%. The plan also imposes a one-time low tax rate on wealth accumulated overseas, allowing no tax incentive for keeping money offshore. The Republican plan does not, however, change the rates for the 401k and the individual retirement accounts or charitable deductions. However, it would repeal the personal exemption of $4,000 and itemization for medical expenses. Last week, the House Representatives narrowly passed a $4 trillion budget resolution for next year, which was needed to fast-track the tax overhaul. The budget allowed lawmakers to pass the bill that adds up to $1.5 trillion to the deficit.
West Sayville facility will honor Murphy, a Navy SEAL from Patchogue, relatives of Medal of Honor Award. West Sayville facility will honor Murphy, a Navy SEAL from Patchogue. Relatives of Medal of Honor Award Navy SEAL officer Michael P. Murphy helped break ground on a planned museum in his honor on Suffolk County Park land in West Sayville. The $4 million museum, complete with interactive displays, will be housed in a 3,000 square foot structure at the edge of Charles Dominey Park, a stone's throw from the Great South Bay. Construction is planned to start next spring and be complete by the end of 2018. The building will include a headquarters and training facility for a local chapter of the Navy SEAL-affiliated Sea Cadet Corps that is named in Murphy's honor. Murphy, who grew up in Patchogue and served with the elite Navy SEALs, was killed in Afghanistan in 2005 when his secret four-man team was discovered and surrounded by Taliban gunmen deep behind enemy lines. He was awarded the nation's highest military award by President George W. Bush in 2007.
The State Department of Transportation announced that it has finished filling cracks and holes and fixing other pavement problems on 4 Long Island roads. The $1.2 million work will extend the lives of the roads and reduce damage from freeze-thaw cycles in the coming winter months. The roads are the Meadowbrook State Parkway, Montauk Highway, and the Babylon Hempstead Turnpike.
Jersey Mike Subs, the submarine sandwich specialist, has opened in Farmingdale. It's the 7th Jersey Mike Sub established on Long Island, including branches in Belmore, Comac, Freeport, Hauppauge, Port Jefferson Station, and Uniondale. Jersey Mike Sub started in 1956. There are now 1,500 of them open or under development in the national chain. The price range for subs and wraps typically is $6.25 to $8.25.
Stories begin to emerge of those local residents and 6 foreign tourists killed Tuesday afternoon when a suspected terrorist drove a pickup truck down a popular bike path in Lower Manhattan. Darren Drake of New Milford was killed on Tuesday from the terrorist attack in Manhattan. Drake worked as a program manager at Moody's in the World Trade Center. His usual break from work after losing 93 pounds from gastric bypass surgery was to grab a city bike and go for a ride. Jimmy Drake, Darren's father, lamented on the loss of his son on the path of the Hudson River, calling him his best friend. He said, quote, "He's probably the gentlest soul you'll ever meet in your life." Darren Drake grew up in New Milford and moved back in with his parents after time away getting his undergraduate degree in political science at Rutgers and an MBA from Fairleigh Dickinson University in Teaneck. He was working toward another master's degree from Stevens Institute in Technology in Hoboken.
Grocery chain Whole Food plans to hire 6,000 people nationwide and encourage job seekers to come to its stores as part of a national hiring day initiative. Full and part-time, seasonal, and permanent positions are being offered to interested applicants at all of the U.S. locations. The chain currently has 3 locations on Long Island, with stores in Jericho, Lake Grove, and Manhasset. Potential applicants are advised to apply online before heading to the store to save time and also bring a copy of their resume to the interview. The company says, quote, there is a possibility of making hires on the spot. It is offering in-store discounts and health and dental benefits to new hirees. Whole Foods was purchased by Amazon earlier this year for $13.7 billion.
Hempstead Town Councilman Anthony D'Esposito, an Island Park Republican, is running for re-election to his 4th district seat, which includes East Rockaway, Hewlett, Island Park, South Hempstead, Oceanside, and Rockville Center, and portions of Baldwin, Cedarhurst, Limbrook, Malvern, Valley Stream, and Woodmere. So why do campaign signs touting D'Esposito, usually coupled with the name of Republican Supervisor Anthony Santino, who is also seeking re-election, appears on lawns outside of his district, such as Wantagh? Matt Coleman, Santino's campaign spokesman, said, quote, Councilman D'Esposito enjoys staying strong from neighbors, particularly in the fire service and law enforcement from all across the town of Hempstead. Obviously, campaign signs that are picked up at campaign headquarters or at other events cannot be restricted to being placed in the councilman's district. Supervisor Santino, who is just completing his first term in office, fully intends, with the support of voters, to remain leading America's largest township for many years to come. Any speculation about a possible successor is ridiculously premature.
An armed robber was foiled 4 times last night. Nassau County Police said, quote, the string of crimes began at 8:38 p.m. when a man entered the Burger King at 501 Old Country Road in Plainview. The man displayed a handgun and demanded money, but the employee ducked behind the counter and the man fled without any proceeds. The same man entered Uncle Pete's Gyro and Pizza at 27 Woodbury Road in Hicksville at 8:55 p.m. and demanded cash once again. The man fled without any proceeds. At 9:05 p.m., the man went into Dunkin' Donuts at 333 Jericho Turnpike in Soyasat and displayed a handgun and demanded that an employee give him cash from the register. Detectives said, quote, that they believe all the crimes were committed by the same person, who was in his early 20s, about 5'7" to 5'10", with a thin build and wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, black hat, and blue jeans and white sneakers. Any information about any of the crimes was asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-244-8477.
Christy Brinkley will sign bottles of her Bellissima Processo at Stu Leonard's Wines of Farmingdale tomorrow from 5 to 7 p.m. The supermodel/actress and entrepreneur developed a line of organic Processo, which comes from Italian vineyards that use a method of organic farming. Organizers say, quote, Brinkley will sign bottles Bellissima Sparkling Rose and Bellissima Zero Sparkling Sugar Wine, purchased at the store at 210 Airport Plaza Boulevard in Farmingdale. Brinkley has been focused on building the brand and isn't likely to return for next year's Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, which featured her and her daughters Alexa Ray Joel and sailor Brinkley Cook on the cover this year. However, Cook recently revealed that she finished a photo shoot for the 2018 swimsuit issue.
Mickey Drexler, the current chair and former chief executive officer of J. Crew, has listed his oceanfront home in Wainscott. Drexler is asking for $21.5 million for the property, which sits on more than 2 acres between Wainscott Pond and the Atlantic Ocean. The property has 315 feet of beach and a 3-bedroom, 3,500 square foot home that features an open floor plane with both pond and ocean views from most rooms, including a media area with an egg-shaped fireplace. There are also wraparound decks and a wooden boardwalk that leads to the beach. The property is listed with Paul Brennan and Ronald White of Douglas Elliman Real Estate.
We'll be right back with a look at the national news. This is the WHPC News Wrap-Up on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Hey, I just got a ticket from one of those red light cameras.
Good news. My show, Law You Should Know, can help you fight that.
My brother just got arrested for shoplifting.
My show has info about that too.
My mom told me she's worried about whether she needs a will.
Law You Should Know can help her with that.
My cousin was hurt in a car accident. Can he sue?
Law You Should Know can help with that too.
My uncle has some legal questions, but he doesn't think he can afford a lawyer.
Tell him to be sure to listen to Law You Should Know every Wednesday at 3 p.m. or Sunday at 7 a.m. for lots of free info about the law right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Every day, 70,000 puppies or kittens are born in the U.S. Cute, right? What's not cute is that half of all litters are accidents, which leads to millions killed in shelters each year. Turns out, those little cuties can get pregnant sooner than you think. But here's the good news. You can stop the accident before it happens. When you bring home a pet, get them fixed at 4 months old. Prevent more. Fix at month 4. Visit fixat4.com for more information. Brought to you by Best Friends Animal Society.
Come on, everybody. Let's sing along with Bruce.
Join me, Kim Tracy, for the music of Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band on Thunder Road, Sundays at 1 p.m. on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, and on the iHeartRadio app.
Welcome back to the WHPC News Wrap-Up. WHPC News Time 441. Now in national news, Sam Clovis, a former campaign aide to President Donald Trump, withdrew his name from consideration to be the chief scientist for the U.S. Department of Agriculture. In a letter to the president yesterday, Clovis expressed an appreciation for the nomination and wrote in quote, "It saddens him that circumstances won't allow for him to take the post." Clovis has come under fire recently for both a lack of scientific credentials and his role in supervising George Papadopoulos, another former campaign advisor to Trump, who admitted lying to the FBI in the Justice Department's Russia investigation. The Justice Department disclosed earlier this week that Papadopoulos had secretly pleaded guilty to making false statements to the FBI about interactions with the Russians linked to the Kremlin as part of a special counsel to Robert Mueller's investigation into potential Russian interference in the 2016 election.
Colorado authorities said they've arrested a man they believe shot 3 people dead at a Denver area Walmart. Police say the suspect, Scott Ostrom, was arrested in Westminster, Colorado this morning, less than 10 miles from the scene of the shootings. KMGH-TV reported he was arrested near his home. Authorities had earlier opened a large manhunt for Ostrom with a nationwide extradition warrant. Police said the gunman started randomly shooting inside the Walmart store yesterday evening. 3 people were killed. 2 men died at the store and a woman died at a hospital. They were not immediately identified and no one else was injured.
President Donald Trump's announcement that he's, quote, begun the process of terminating the diversity visa lottery in reaction to Tuesday's New York City terror attack has clouded the future of a decades-long staple of U.S. immigration policy. Trump immediately indicated he would take action with the program when it was learned that the New York suspect, Sayfullo Saipov, emigrated from Uzbekistan to the United States by the way of the diversity visa lottery program in 2010. The president said he would prefer a merit-based program. The lottery program was created under former President George H.W. Bush with the Immigration Act of 1990. Applicants to the program are subject to the same background checks and screening processes as other immigrant visa applicants, including in-person interviews, document presentation, and medical exams. Applicants
have until November 22nd to submit their application for fiscal year 2019. Those who qualify will be placed in a computer-generated lottery that distributes visas among 6 geographic regions.
Yesterday, the CIA released nearly 470,000 files confiscated during the 2011 Navy SEAL raid that killed Osama bin Laden inside a secret compound in Pakistan. The material includes text, audio, and video documents. Among the materials released are bin Laden's personal journal, practice reels for public speeches he planned to make, home videos of bin Laden's family, and a wide range of Al-Qaeda